Alright, welcome everybody to Game 2 of Round 2 of the Consolation Tournament, Melonheads versus Phillies. In our first game, as you can see, we ended up with a 14-7 win against the AI, which was a 19-7 loss in the overall matchup. Phillies are hard to counterpunch, weren't able to do it, and we gave up a lot of runs. So hoping to turn around here for Game 2. It's going to be at our home field of Casa de Pablo, which we'll see how that stacks with the Phillies' slow speed. Alright, first question. Do I have any bad days this time? Tony's good. Stewart's good. Everyone important is good. Oof. Unfortunately, I do get hit with the Nerf Hammer against Stephanie down to 3 hitting, 5 running. It's going to be hard for her to accomplish much this game. So, yeah, that's not great for my chances. What do I want to do with my lineup for that is a real question. Not sure. We're going to go and put Tony, I think, in the top part of the lineup. Try to bat in some runs after them there. Actually, I'm going to stick Angela at the back of the lineup, I think, right after Stephanie. Going for a different sort of lineup composition here. We will see if it pays off. Tony, Mickey, Fernando, Tanya. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work decently. So probably just from that alone, I'm going to lose to the in the overall matchup. Not being able to be at full strength doesn't bode well for me being able to counterpunch hard enough to beat Crazy when he normally does much better anyway. As for the Phillies, let's see what we've got here for them. Looks like normal days all around for them, so going to be a very standard game as far as that goes. Let's see if we can avoid giving up quite as many home runs. I think we gave up 4 random home runs to the Phillies last game, including 1 3-run home run off an aluminum power, and then also a couple of strong hits that resulted in a run being batted in. And I just couldn't figure out any way to stop them from hitting the ball if they felt like it, you know? Doing corner pitches, but whether slow ball or hook, or heater, you know, they'll crush it if they want to. Robbie, however, does not crush it. Angela strikes him out on 3 pitches to get this game off to a good start. Bringing up Sammy Sosa. Woo! Scared me there with a stand, shift, and swing, but fortunately misses a well-placed ball. Painting the corners here with Angela, and so far it's working. 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 strikes. And 3 pitches, 3 swings, 3 strikes, Sammy. Intimidating me, but failing to actually accomplish anything as he has struck out. Let's see if we can get the immaculate inning here for Angela to start things out. Zenon Estrada going to be another scary player, though. I know he hit 1 of the random home runs last game. And not quite in the corner enough, lets him hit a nice pop-up. Fortunately, it's not going out. Stewart is there. Stewart catches it. So, uneventful top of the first. Always good. Let's see if we can start scoring some runs here early. Lindsay apparently is having a great day of some description. It did not affect any of her visible stats, though, so who knows. We found out last game that Lindsay on the mound is not that scary of an AI fielder, so I feel pretty good about Stewart's chances of getting on base. If anything, the sandy nature of this field should make it take longer for the fielders to get to the ball, which works nicely for him getting to the base on time. All you need is a little bit of time for someone as fast as Stewart. 1-2 the count. Oh, phew. Really nasty looking pitch. Looked like it could have been a corner strike, but I think swinging at that would have been a miss, so. Slow ball nearly throwing my timing off, but not quite. Get the ground ball, it unfortunately bounces straight to Frankie. Fortunately, it still takes long enough for him to pick it up and catch it that Stewart makes it to first base. Decent start, let's see what Alexis can do. Has been doing much better my past couple of games after I finally started using power swing more often with her. I don't think it would be an exaggeration to say that one of the biggest problems I have had in this season is that I did not use power swing with Alexis enough. Struggled during the regular season, doing better now, again, the past couple of games. I might could have taken third base on that play, but didn't want to risk it. Not sure what would have happened there. Hopefully this great day of Lindsay does not affect her stamina. One big thing that happened in the first game was that she tired out fairly quickly and was pretty useless in the field for the rest of the game. We'll see if that can happen here. And too eager to put the bat on the ball in some fashion. I will leave it up to my viewers I have right now if that is a play that should have gotten, that Lindsay should have been out on, and if I should take the out because of that. I rushed Stewart. I made Stewart go for third because I could have made it if he had been running at full speed. Unfortunately, he didn't have time, slowing down for the pop-up, and then that ended up baiting the throw, letting Lindsay get to first base. So it could be considered against our rule set. Maybe I should get Lindsay out. Lindsay already having a very hard time hitting the strike zone. Started Alexis off with 3 straight balls. Now starting Lulu off with 3 straight balls. Once again, I swing at the first strike I see, which was probably a mistake. This time a foul off. A walk is also much more in my favor with Lulu than it was with Lindsay. And I mess up my timing on that one. Full count. I think that one's low. Yes, it is. Phew. Low for ball 4. Lulu walks, and we have the bases loaded. Nobody out. Let's see what Tony can do. I'm going to go ahead and purposely get Alexis out, is why I am ordering this double steal. Because I think getting her on base required moves against our rule set, so... We do have Stewart on third now, which we would not have otherwise, so... Not sure what to do with that, but I will just... I'll probably just wait to send him until he would have been able to get third base. In any case, 0-2 the count on Tony. And hits one straight in front of him. Into the ground. Easy out at first. Not what I needed from one of my team's hitters. And now I wish I had Angela coming up next. Unfortunately, I rearranged my lineup and now it's just Vicky. Alright, I think we are officially over the hill as regards that base running cheese incident. Unfortunately, in a rough situation which we might not be able to score off of. Depends partially on how tired Lindsay is. Which, she's tiring herself out a lot here by throwing a lot of useless pitches. 3-0 on Vicky. Third time in 4 batters that Lindsay has started off with 3 straight balls. We're going to take strike 1 here. Beautiful pitch, but all Vicky's hoping to do anyway is hit it into the ground and get to first base, so might as well hope for the walk. Full count now, though. Lindsay's starting to recover some. And a nasty corner pitch, which fortunately Vicky barely puts the bat on the ball for to foul off. Keep the at-bat alive. I thought that was over. Once again, managing to keep the at-bat alive. Tiring Lindsay out that much more, keeping hope alive. And Lindsay does not go for the play at first base. Tosses it to third instead. Actually, I probably should have sent Stewart home. I was too focused on Vicky, unfortunately. Bases loaded then with 2 outs for Fernando Diaz, who's apparently having a bad day. So, no visible change to his stats. Who knows what could be going on. Could go for grounder and try to get everybody safe that way. I could, but I feel like my chances are probably just as good with line drive anyway. Certainly better at getting a couple of runs in. I think Stephanie is on deck? No, Tanya's on deck. Okay. Still. Actually, Fernando has decent chances here of just drawing a walk. Led the team in walks this season, as I recall, and once again, 3-0 to start. Lindsay just cannot hit the strike zone to save her life, as this time she walks Fernando on 4 pitches. Swing type certainly didn't matter there. Walks in the first run of the game. 1-0 Melonheads. Tanya Uchida, the hitter, she had a big game last game, I think 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Her hitting style works well against this defense. If she gets another good pitch to put the bat on here, could easily be another couple runs. Lindsay does have pretty bad stamina, but that can't be the only reason she's doing so badly here. Vision, I don't think, would affect the pitching. And Tanya blasts a moonshot there, out of nowhere. Grand slam by Tanya Uchida. Just what we needed here. It is now 5-0 Melonheads. Boy, am I glad I did not grounder ball on this one. Alright, that brings up Stephanie Morgan, which means that, unfortunately, innings likely over. She has a hitting nerf, so who knows what she can do with the bat. Down to just 5 speed, so bad days are at any rate going to give us a very hard time. Once again, the game refusing to put Esmeralda Hyman behind the plate, or on the mound, and Lindsay behind the plate, like I was led to believe it would. Instead, this time, Mickey O'Connor comes on to pitch. Lindsay's at first base now. Depending on how tired she is, that could be a very good thing, or just kind of meh. Mickey, at any rate, is not going to be great at mound defense. So we know that much. Where the kids are in the file is possible. I did not change the file order at all for the rosters here. Lindsay, unfortunately, is not as tired as you might expect her to be, but she does have to step off the bag to get that slightly weak throw, and that opens the door for Stephanie to get to first base safely. Despite the bad day. Runner on first, then for Angelo Del Vecchio. Let's see if we can get another home run here. It would be an excellent way to bat in a couple runs. Either that or an out would be decent, because that would start our lineup off next inning with Stewart. Just not like a hit that somehow manages to be a single. That would be suboptimal in the extreme. And Angela hits one well. That's not going out, though, unfortunately. Going to stop at the wall. Zenon throwing it in, so it is, in fact, a single for Angela Del Vecchio. Worst case scenario, honestly, for the situation, but oh well, we'll keep trying. I don't like to purposely get out with kids, so Stewart is going to do his level best here. It's worked out for me in the past. But very likely just a third out and Stewart's speed is wasted. We shall see. If nothing else, we're making Mickey pitch more. And if he does manage to get on base, Alexis is on deck. And could do some cool things. We'll see how many balls we can foul off with Stewart. If we can get Mickey to start throwing the ball more wildly, a walk might be in the cards, and that would be pretty good for the situation. Unfortunately, that is not to be. Ground ball. Stewart easily makes it to base. Unfortunately, Stephanie and Angela are sitting ducks. And that will be the third out. Still a very good first inning by my standards. 5 runs already. 5-0 going into the second. Let's see if we can hold that lead. Lindsay Felgate and her unspecified good day is up to bat. Hits one straight to short, clearly tired out from her stint on the mound. Tony's able to throw her out at first without problems. First out, Lance Lambert. Is a hitter. Swings and misses at this one. Oh, goodness. Slams one foul on a hook right in the corner there. This is an offense against which pitching efforts could go very bad very quickly. Fortunately, Angela gets the better of him here with a strikeout. 2 outs. And Mikey Thomas is here. I could be wrong, but I feel like the pitch-to-contact strategy would be an extremely bad idea with this team. Mikey just hits a dinky pop-up there. Fernando is able to make the play easily for the third out. So, uneventful second inning for the Phillies. Angela with a perfecto after 2. Let's see what we can pull off in the bottom of the frame here. Alexis leading off. Not a great situation to have her up with nobody on base, but oh well. Good-looking ball, unfortunately only able to foul it off. Alexis, a high power but low contact hitter, which means high variance in how she hits the ball. This one goes straight towards the mound, unfortunately. But Lindsay drops the ball at first, so should have been an easy out there. Alexis out for the first out, but instead, another bad play by Lindsay at first makes it a single. So let's see if we can keep with the momentum here. Lulu walked as the third batter of the game last inning. A sign of Lindsay's poor pitching performance. We'll see what she can do here. She should be able to easily get to base with another runner on to distract them. The real question is, can she put the ball somewhere where Alexis can also make it? Answer is no, as Frankie guns it up to second base in time for the first out, but Lulu made it easily, at least. We shall see what Tony can do with her. Tony trying to recover after a disastrous bad day last game. Was not able to do so well in the first. Lulu nearly gets caught stealing second. Manages to make it back safely, though. A little bit of stamina loss there. But nothing disastrous. Ball one for Tony, 1-1 the count. Mickey already up to almost 20 pitches here in the second inning, and he wasn't even the starting pitcher for this game. Running up the pitch count against the Phillies here, definitely a valuable strategy. It's no wonder that Jorge's bank account was able to beat them in the play-in game. Low for ball, 3-1 count. Something better than a walk would be nice with Vicky on deck. Unfortunately, Mickey is not willing to oblige. Walks Tony Del Vecchio. I believe that's the third walk I have drawn in 2 innings here. And we have runners on first and second. One person out. Vicky Kawaguchi is a hitter. Definitely will be aiming for the walk here. I don't know if that'll be possible. Mickey starts it off well, though. Another outside pitch for ball one. Looks like that's maybe, no, barely a strike on one of those calls that you can't even tell if it's good or not because of the big brackets that form the strike zone. On the potential strike two, we go and swing. Unfortunately, it's a disastrous hit. Grounder swing biting me in the worst possible way as she hits it straight to the third baseman. Lulu is out. Anywhere else, she would have been safe. Fortunately, Lamps fumbles the ball at second, and it's not a double play, but really rotten luck there. Let's see if Fernando can salvage something here and keep things going. He was able to draw a walk his first at bat. 1-1 the count. Even a decent hit will put, even if it's just a single, it'll put Tanya up to bat, which is a good situation. An out would give us a very undesirable lineup going into the third inning. Not too much hope of getting a big rally there. 2-2 the count on Fernando. Make that 3-2 with another wild pitch. Can Fernando draw a second walk this game? In 2 innings. Not on that pitch, but he fouls it off to keep hope alive. Mickey probably is getting pretty tired here. Lots of pitches thrown. No chance of a juice reprieve. Except then, as Fernando completely whiffs. Striking out for the third out, and a disappointing second inning. Score is 5-0 Melonheads after 2, but I do need to pad that lead if I want to have any hope of beating Crazy in the overall matchup for this game. Frankie Holly, the hitter. These Phillies batters change their stances all the time, and it scares me to no end. Fouls one off. And that one goes dangerously close inside to the strike zone. Fortunately, Frankie watches it go past. Angela's 4th strikeout of the game. And now we are in the unintimidating part of the lineup. Esmeralda Hyman not really a threat at the plate. She was able to get to first base last game on shenanigans, but her and then Mickey O'Connor up next is by far the least intimidating part of this lineup. Does hit one into the center there. Accidentally do the relay through Tony, but all works out in the end as we get the second out. Bringing up Mickey O'Connor, who I should be able to get out with little trouble. Straight to Angela. You can tell how tired he is here from his stint on the mound. Extremely easy out. Angela has perfection through 3 innings, going into the bottom of the third. Let's see what we can pull out here. Tanya now up, supposed to be in the position to drive in runs from the few hitters before her. Unfortunately, they got out. Fortunately, they played back after her home run last time, giving her a free rein for first base on that little grounder. Easy single by Tanya. Now comes the rough part with Stephanie coming up to bat. Might have a rough time getting herself and Tanya not out on the same play. I totally butchered what I was trying to say there. Going to go for grounder. Would definitely fun if I could here. Going for the suicide squeeze, so to speak. It's probably a misuse of the term, but the idea here is dinky grounder. Stephanie gets thrown out at first. Tanya has a clear run to second base. Mickey demonstrated that his strikeout came with a big freeze. We're actually going to watch this one go by. Second strike. So his strikeout did not give him more juice. It's just helping him tire himself further out. I don't think Mickey is much longer for this pitcher's mound. Ball 2 inside. How did I know that one was a ball? I didn't. I played the odds and looked good doing it. Stephanie hits one straight in front of her. Esmeralda getting the ball and goes for the easy play at first instead of the play at second. Works out well. Stephanie moves Tanya over to second base, eliminating the possibility of a double play for Angela. Given the bad day, that's about as good as we can expect from her in this game. Angela now up. Let's see if she can bat in a run here. A 2-run shot would do a nice job of setting us up for success in the third inning here. A lame out would do a good job of setting us up to do not much of anything. And we get one blasted that is gonna be out. Home run, Angela Del Vecchio. Off the gate, actually. Excellent work by the bottom of the lineup, and the Melonheads are now up 7-0, going to the top of the lineup with only 1 out. With a multiplier in place, we are now at +8. I think in order to stand any sort of chance of winning the overall matchup, at least a +10 will be necessary. Probably more. The Phillies just put up a lot of runs. But now, Stewart up with good odds to start us off with another rally and puts the ball perfectly for that. No one will have that ball by the time he's to first. Esmeralda grabs the ball at basically the same time. Easy single for Stewart. Nice setup. I think Mickey O'Connor is coming off the mound very soon. It'll be very interesting to see who they put on the mound in his place. Alexa sees a tasty-looking ball. Unfortunately, it's a pop-up. Fortunately, this should be the patented catcher drop. And it is. Mickey far too slow to get there to cover, so a single, not exactly what I was looking for. I swung at that one because it looked juicy, but gets everybody safely along the base paths. That's good enough for me. Luann Louie now up. Let's see if she can hit it somewhere that gets Alexis to the base safely. We need a pretty dinky one for that. Going a bit too much there for the dinky as we swing at a wild pitch. Fouls one off. 0-2. I'm always scared when I get in this situation with one of my low-hitting speedsters. Ball 1. I am surprised that Mickey is still pitching. Can't be too long now, right? Barely inside for ball 2. If the swing spot hadn't been so conveniently inside, that would have been quite possibly a strikeout on a wild pitch. Lulu does put the bat on the ball. Nobody instantly by it. Stewart is safe. Lulu is safe. Alexis is safe. Everyone's safe. Lulu loads up the bases. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tony Del Vecchio, the hitter. Hopefully he does not hit into a double play. Oh, and the pitching change. Esmeralda Hyman on the mound. Mickey O'Connor is tired and behind the plate. Once we get some free bases here, then this will become stolen base central. Not good news for the Phillies with me still having 2 full innings after this to play. The real question, though, is what will happen here with Tony. Pop up, pop infield fly. I will take the infield fly, honestly. It's not great, but it's not a double play. That's what I was really afraid of. And Vicky Kawaguchi is not the worst hitter to get up here. She can put the ball in a decent spot. Alexis is going to be the only runner who will have much trouble getting to base. And at 8 speed, she's not going to have the hardest time. So we have decent odds here. That's keeping the status quo here and getting in a run. Unfortunately, Vicky hits it too hard again. Straight to Mikey, who then tosses it to third for the 3rd out. So promising situation there. Bloated up the bases. Tony could not get it done. Neither could Alexis when she had the chance. So only 2 runs in that inning, and we just got through the juiciest part of my lineup. Oh well. The good news is, though, we now have a much softer catcher behind the plate, so much better chances of preserving big rallies in coming innings through extra stolen bases. Angela's control again is a bit wild here. Does get it to a 2-2 count against Baco. Going for the jugular here. Easily gets its 2nd strikeout for Baco this game. 5th strikeout for Angela on the game. 1st out on the board. Sammy Sosa, the hitter. We're going to go for a free strike 1 here before getting the juice. With a fireball that he can't even react to. Still have a fireball use. Let's go for it. Swings at this one, but too late. If he had hit that one, that would have been horrible. 0-2 the count. Angela now uses a juice box. And pitches the beautiful slow ball for strike 3. Sosa just wasn't sure what to think of that one after 2 straight fireballs, I guess. And more juice instantly. Very nice. Everything's coming up, Angela. Fire Freeze is a good one. Unfortunately, I don't have the tools to get that one done. Zenon Estrada, the hitter now. And always a threat to do something like that. This one doesn't look like it's going to be out, though. It will land because Vicky having to run backwards for a ball is a terrible recipe for actually catching the ball. But it lands in the field for a single, and oh, what's this? Zenon is going for second base as Angela drops the ball. Sent to the mound, should be an easy out, but then it all evens out as Tanya drops the ball at second, and he slides in safely. That was a little annoying. Runner on second now with 2 outs, and Lindsay bunts it. Perfecto. Easy to field for Fernando. She's not fast enough still to beat that to first. 1 hit then for the Phillies, but still no runs. 7-0 Melonheads. We are looking to open up that gap. Fernando Diaz, a hitter, 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. Take strike 1, will swing at strike 2, and catapult that into right center. Could have been scary if Sammy had gone for it. Sammy does not go for it. He leaves Zenon to get it. It lands. A single for Diaz. bringing up Tanya Uchida, and with Mickey O'Connor now on the mound behind the plate instead of Esmeralda Hyman, suddenly stealing should be a lot easier here. Mickey doesn't have a great arm anyway, and he's tired out. And I guess it canceled my steal when I checked out stamina on the strategy screen. That was annoying. Esmeralda gives me another chance there, though, on the ball, and uh-oh. Oh, no. Mickey's arm is so bad it's good. He gets the relay through Esmeralda and catches Fernando anyway, so the next level play is going on here by the Phillies AI. They have a catcher who's so garbage, I still can't steal second base. A bit frustrating to lose a base runner like that. Maybe should have turned around with Fernando. I was close enough, I committed mentally. Should have runners on first and second now, only on first, sadly. We're in a pretty familiar situation here. We were in this position last inning, so Steph is going to go for the same play here. The sacrifice Dinkster to hopefully get Tanya to second base safely. Takes a ball, though. Goes ahead and swings at strike 2. Fouls it off. 1-2 the count. Takes ball 2. 2-2. Does swing at strike 3. Unfortunately, right by the pitcher's mound. Esmeralda throws it to first. It is on time. Stephanie is safe at first, but that is probably the end of our chances of scoring this inning, unless Angela belts another one out. Hit too well for the sacrifice play it was supposed to be. That brings up Angela Del Vecchio to hit. And she just hits one straight into the ground. Should be easy third out. Nothing doing for the Melonheads. Oh, wait. Oh, no. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Error gets Angela safely to base, which means Stewart's likely to be the third out instead. Whatever, we'll do what we can with him. Just how bad is Mickey's arm? Can Stephanie beat this out? She can at third, but Angela, now caught in a pickle at second base. Lance slowly overtaking her, but can't quite make it, so... Alright, an interesting play there. Stephanie could steal third base off of Mickey, so... A bit of an unusual situation here. And Mickey goes for the throw at second, nobody to intercept the relay. Angela is gonna make it. Everybody is safe. And that's why you don't just necessarily give up hope. Now we have bases loaded for Alexis Weiss. Hasn't had a really good hit so far this game, but if she gets one here, it'll all be worth it. But yeah, very interesting situation here where I can now comfortably steal third base, but not second base. And Alexis blasts one. That is staying in fair territory. That is going. That is off the wall, but counted as gone because it was off the screen. That is why you do not give up hope. I could have taken the third out there by deliberately getting caught stealing. Instead, I go for it, and we get a grand slam by Alexis. It is now 11-0 Melonheads. What a way for things to turn out this inning. Luann is only 2 for 2 today, thanks to drawing a walk in the first inning. Has batted in every single inning so far this game. And a nicely placed one down the third base line. Unfortunately, just a bit too hard. Frankie gets it and gets it to first on time. Tony's going to be leading off the next inning. Not ideal. Unfortunately, that's all you can do. I don't think grounder ball's a great solution, honestly, for the Casa. Too much likelihood of balls hit like that, even with the weak hitters. Still, 11-0 Melonheads. We're now at plus 13. I think we have a shot at winning this matchup. Lance Lambert leads off with a line out to second base, of course, to preserve that shot. we do have to prevent the Phillies from scoring a bunch of runs. So far, we've done well at that, but it could all come tumbling down in a moment. At least without the short porch of playground comments, there's less chance of that. Angela painting the corners here with Mikey. In that case, it doesn't work out so well. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Fouls went off, trying just to escape this at-bat. Mikey is having none of it. And eventually hits one down the first base line. A lot of stamina used by Angela to no effect. Fernando grabs the ball and tags Mikey Thomas with it for the second out. Frankie Holly, the hitter now. Hits a little ground ball. Fernando goes to get it, while Angela goes to cover the plate. An interesting move, but it works out well. Fernando's much better to gun the ball over to first, and the little bit of time lost by the collision there is not enough. Gets him out at first, still only 1 hit for the Phillies in 5 innings. Last chance for the Melonheads to get on the board. Tony Del Vecchio. Still a bit of a slump, has drawn 1 walk and gotten lane hits for outs twice. Not in a great position here with nobody on. He thrives more as an RBI sort of hitter, so I'm going to try to just knock one out for an extra run here. Three and 0 the count. Looks like Esmeralda might be on track to walk him again. 1 more run for Esmeralda, and she will be subbed off the mound, I imagine, for Frankie Holly. Which I don't know how much of an effect that'll honestly have on this defense. Tony smacks a couple foul. It's now a full count on him. Gonna stay in power this time, and it doesn't really work out. Hit the ball in the corner there. Best result possible here is a single. Tony does indeed leg it out for a single. Esmeralda, I think, is pretty tired out there. It's hard to tell because she's super slow and on Casa to start with, but I think she's slowed down even more there. Tony makes it to first base, and Vicky Kawaguchi is up. As long as she doesn't hit it straight to a fielder, should be a decent situation here for her to make first base easily. As Tony is thrown out at second, and that is exactly what happens. Unfortunately, yeah, my groundering with my weak hitters isn't working so well right now because the infield is just playing in, hitting the ball a bit too hard, and going straight mostly to Holly at third base. Working against me. I guess that Casa is just not a very grounder-friendly field. Vicky able to steal second base. Should be able to get third then. Fernando takes strike 2 on a corner pitch. Vicky snagging third base. I've also noticed that Lindsay has recovered most of her stamina by this point. She's pretty fast on first, so grounders towards first base are going to be big trouble for me. And in this case, grounds it straight to the mound. Didn't really have a choice with 2 strikes on the count. Unfortunately, Fernando is out, which means we will be scoring probably not much this inning. With Stephanie on deck and with her bad day and 2 outs already, going to take some minor miracles. But first, Tanya is up. Decent hit by her will drive in Vicky. After her 4-for-5 day last game, she's 3-for-3 so far this game. Tanya has been having a good series against the Phillies. This defense plays well to her strengths. Nearly smacks another home run there, but it goes just foul. Plays well to Tanya's style of hitting, I guess. Fielders can't get to the ball in time. She's fast enough to leg him out. So, lots of base hits. Takes strike 2 on a nasty corner pitch. 2-2 the count. And Esmeralda once again gives me a nasty pitch that I can't do much with 2 strikes on the count. Tanya is able to leg it out for single. Maybe could have taken home with Vicky. Not sure. Wasn't thinking about it until too late. Unfortunately now, bad day Stephanie is up. I mean, she's 2-for-3 today. One of those was a fielder's choice. She's gotten 1 legitimate hit. Maybe she can get another or walk. Let's see. Not going to go for the suicide grounder here. With 2 outs, that would be pointless. Ball 1, and Vicky is going for it. Going for the double steal strategy. It does not work. Vicky nearly tagged out. As she trips going for home. She is able to make it to the base, but no extra run from there. Stephanie is going to have to hit it somewhere. That allows her to beat the odds and make it to first base despite low hitting and 5 running. On the plus side, if Stephanie hits something that gets her to first base, it'll also get Vicky across the plate. And Stephanie, with a nice liner there, goes straight to Lance, but Lance does not have a good arm. Stephanie is safe at first. Tanya is safe at third. Vicky scores. 12-0 Melonheads, and once again, you just do not give up hope here. There is always that chance for things to go right. Angela now up 3 for 3 today, actually. A big hit here will score at least Tanya. Unfortunately, getting a bit too eager here as she swings and misses for strike 1. Stephanie stuck now with Esmeralda having the ball as Mickey's throw was too weak. Fortunately, she is able to make it back to first base. A good pitch here, and Angela could maybe hit it out and put 3 more runs on the board for us. First, though, pitching change. Not a good omen. Fresh pitcher on the mound might make it hard to get a good hit here on the first at bat. Frankie Holly now pitching. Esmeralda at third, going to be able to throw the ball decently when she gets it, but getting it might be a struggle. Angela fouls off strike 2, 1-2 the count. We must have a good hit here to keep the rally going. Unfortunately, what I thought was a ball turned out to be just inside. For strike 3, Angela strikes out looking. It was a long shot anyway, but we do end the inning without any more scores. Final score for the Melonheads will be 12 runs for this game. I'm going to predict that Crazy is probably able to score more than 14 runs on his side and get the win. Almost always does, and my defense is weak. We will see, though. Maybe Casa will really stifle his defense. And in the meantime, we do have to avoid giving up any runs here. Bit of a mess-up play there as Fernando threw a nothing ball, but we still are able to easily get the tired Esmeralda out at first. Still have juice in the pocket. The unintimidating Mickey O'Connor up to bat, so Robbie Baca will probably be the only rough spot here. That said, Mickey hits one to about the best possible place, but Fernando does get it. Mickey is easy prey. 2 up, 2 down. Angela has only given up 1 hit so far this game. Let's see if we can keep it at that. Robbie Baca, the last chance for the Phillies to accomplish something. He does line a nice one up towards third. That's over Alexis' head. Vicky has it. Going for the relay through Tony. Throw is not in time, and Stephanie drops it anyway. Robbie does make it onto first base. Couldn't quite beat the odds. Good hit by Robbie to keep things alive, put another hit on it, and now put a runner on with Sammy Sosa up to bat. Sosa swings at the first pitch he sees, fortunately a little grounder. Play is made cleanly here for the 3rd out, and so that is it for this game. Final score, Melonheads 12, Phillies 0.